Well, hello, my friend. Welcome back to another episode of the From Chaos to Peace podcast, where I talk about how clutter is so much more than you think, and we put a spiritual twist on clearing that clutter to get organized. Thank you so much for allowing me back into your ears. Well, hello, my friend. I'm Conny, Graf, your host. Welcome back to the podcast. And if you're new here, a very warm welcome to you too. Today, I'm taking a break from the series that I started in episode 260, where I'm rebelling against decluttering rules, and I switch things up a bit. For one, I felt 5 myths busted in a row is enough for now. And on the other hand, we just had a very powerful new moon. And if you listen to my podcast for a while already, you know that new moons are great for goal setting and setting intentions and starting something new. And so I wanted to talk about goal setting and intention setting today a little bit. So the reason why new moons are advantageous to set intentions is because every new moon has the energy of a new beginning in it already, and that rubs off on us. And also we can take that energy and use it to our advantage. So if we want to start something new, if we want to start a new habit, if we have a goal we work towards or an intention, we can set that intention or start making that goal concrete by starting on new moon or around new moon. So if you listen to this, the day it comes out Monday, April 28th, you can still do this. You are still in the new moon energy. You can do this. But of course, also, you don't have to necessarily look just at the moon. So if you feel motivated intrinsically to start something new, just start. But I want to tell you that you need to maybe start a bit structured, right? So back in episode 172, I talked about the 4 levels of setting intentions. And I felt it was really time to share this viewpoint and this process once again with you. New moon in Taurus is like we want to solidify the ideas and goals we had, or even what we started in the Aries season. The fire element is really quick start, but in order to sustain it, we need a little bit more earth, a little bit more groundedness. We need a little bit of stubbornness often, because the minute it gets difficult, we have to make sure it's really in what we want to do and then being intentional about it. And Taurus can help with that. So let's take a quick overview of these 4 levels of intention setting or goal setting, right? And with level 1 being the lowest and level 4 the highest. So level 1 is having goal. So I want to have an organized office, organized files, or organized finances, for example. The word here is have. Then level 2 is being goals. I want to be organized and on top of my finances. So the important word here is be. Level 3 is becoming goals. I want to become organized and in control of my finances. And level 4 then is doing goals. And that's where a few minutes a day keeps the chaos away comes in. So let's unpack these 4 levels one by one so you understand what I mean. And also how you can get from the lowest level, from the having level, all the way up to the level 4, the doing level. So level 1, having goals. So the word here, for example, if you had a goal is, I want to have an organized home and office. That's often how people say when they have a goal or an intention. I want to have an organized home and office. And it's really the lowest level because often having a goal this way, like saying, I want to have, is like wishing. You wish you have the thing already, preferably without having to do anything for it. And if we talk about intention setting, for example, or if when I talk about intention setting and goal setting, I don't mean what others call wishing. Like you maybe came across people saying you can do new moon wishing, and then you just write down what you want to have, and then you put the paper away, and then it magically appears in your life. Well, that's not what I'm talking about here. And that's not what I'm talking about with my new moon intentions. I'm talking about using the energy of the new moon, of the new beginning, as a little cosmic push to help you move forward, right? And so we're not just wishing here. And this is why this is just level 1. Having goals are very passive. We just hope that one morning we wake up and poof, we have what we wished for. And I've certainly been this way before. I also fell for this, that we can just sit here and wish and it would come in our life. And that's not true. Even the people that talk about manifesting now make a point and say you can't just sit here and wish and hope it comes into your life. You actually have to do something too. But what, for example, Colette Baron-Reid says is if you take the first few steps, the universe, or whatever your language is around this, will take many steps to come towards you and help you, right? So people that are stuck at level 1 intention setting, in the having, wanting to have something, they are often searching for that magic wand or the magic pill, that solution that gets them what they want, but it doesn't require anything from them. And another problem with this, I just want to have something, like even if you are willing to do something for it, the problem with this first level of I want to have an organized office, for example, this intention or this kind of intention and goal doesn't give us any direction. It doesn't actually tell us how to do that or what to do either. So this is then where people get stuck. They say, oh yeah, I want to have this, but then they're stumped. They're like, okay, and now? What now? So what I want to say is there's nothing wrong starting with a having goal. That's usually where we start. We start thinking, I would like to have this. This is fine. We start there. Just be aware there is some more levels, and it's just the beginning. Okay, so then let's move on to level 2. Level 2 is being goal. I want to be organized. You may have said that to yourself once too. We may understand now that we cannot just have it, that we need to be someone first that has what we want. So it's like we need to start thinking what needs to change in us, or how do we need to tweak ourselves, or what do we need to do to change into a person that is organized. Because, for example, when I talk with people, they often say to me, oh, Conny, I'm just a messy person. I can't do it. But if you tell yourself, of course, constantly that you're a messy person, you are being a messy person, because that's what you're telling yourself. So you, on one hand, you moved up one level from the just I want to have it up to the I want to be it. I want to be the organized person. I want to be the person that has an organized office or an organized home. But we're still in this level often search for a magic wand or a magic pill. We were just wishing that something magical happens, that we are all of a sudden organized, that we are all of a sudden an organized person, a person without chaos around us, a person that can stay calm in the chaos. At the same time, we're telling ourselves, yeah, but I'm a messy person. So this is a bit of a contradiction. So that's the trouble of this level. We're realizing that in order to have something, we need to be a certain way, but we still don't know how, right? And the downside is also it means we are often not really ready to buckle up, taking responsibility and actually doing the work. It's still kind of a dreaming and wishing level. But still, from this level, from the I want to be organized, we can now at least start thinking about how. How can I become such a person? It's still thinking. It's still not doing anything. You could still get stuck here too, right? But it is one level up. We're not just like a little kid, like having a tantrum that we want to have something. It brings the goal or the intention actually back to us. We are realizing I have to be a certain way to have what I want. Okay, so then we need to move up to level 3. Those are becoming goals. So we realize we can't just be a certain way. We have to work for that. So I want to become organized. So then we realize, okay, I want to become. That kind of already talks about that it's on us and we have to do something. It's more constructive, this level, than the first two, the having and the being. Because it's also the first time we're acknowledging that there is a journey involved and a process involved to reach a goal, and that there are certain things to do in order to reach that goal. So when we are on level 3, we really get that it's not just going to happen overnight. Somehow, from the outside, somebody drops, I don't know, the cloth of us being organized over us or whatever, that it will take some time to achieve it. It's similar like to the saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. Now we are not just passively wanting to have it or wanting to be it. With the word becoming, we start to realize it's up to us to do the work to become who we want to be in order to have what we want to have. And this is really powerful. It means things are in our control. Situations or fate is not just imposed on us. Instead, we are in control. We have control. The control over what we're doing every single day, right? This is why I say I take you on a journey from chaos to peace. The journey is the understanding. You can't just have it or be it. You have to go out on a journey to become it, to become organized, to become in charge of your finances, to find your way, right? I often talk about there is not just one way, there is your way. And you go on this journey. In level 3, you understand. You go on this journey to find your way. Unfortunately, there is still a little flaw in this third level because by focusing our energy on getting there, on getting to the end of the journey, which we are kind of still dreaming here, to the goal, we don't think past this point. We invest all our energy into getting there. And we're kind of like not enjoying the journey, if you want to say it like that, or we're not enjoying the now. We think once we reached that end goal, once we became what we wanted to become, then everything is better. And my mentor, Brooke Castillo, usually said, it's not better there than it's here. So we need to understand that, yes, we want to get there, but we also have to understand that we need to love the way to get there. We need to love us to get there. We need to love the process to get there, because otherwise getting there will not be better or it will definitely not be better than it is now. The other thing is too, is like we might get there and then we might not know what to do now. Maybe you have experienced that in your life. You had a goal and you pushed really hard and focused really hard and you worked really hard until you reached that goal. Maybe it was running or any other goal that you had really worked hard for, maybe for an exam. And then you reached the goal, you passed the exam, you did the competitive run, whatever. After celebrating for a bit, you fell into a dark hole because all of a sudden you achieved your goal, but now you have nothing to work towards anymore. You have nothing to hustle, to use that word anymore. and you fall into a hole and you don't know what to do now. And what often happens then too is you stop pushing yourself. You stop holding yourself accountable. You start relaxing and slacking and pulling back, and you start losing again what you just worked so hard for. So that is the flaw of level 3 if you stay here. If you're just in the becoming phase, if you just stay there, I want to become this, I want to become this. Once you became it, once you are there, this is the downside, right? All of a sudden you're like, and what now? And this is when my clients experience that, for example, the cluttering, the chaos creeps back in because they stopped doing what they did during the becoming phase, during the I want to become organized, I want to do everything, I want to find my way to become organized and in control of my finances. But then they stop. So that's why we need to set the intentions from the highest level, the doing level. And we need to understand that we can go through all these levels, but level 4 is the one that actually provides us with the endurance and with the result on a long-term basis. And the level 4 is the doing goals. And this is why I always say, like, a few minutes a day keeps the chaos away. At this level, as the highest level, this is where we understand we're getting somewhere and we are keeping this level, or we're staying organized. Like, we're not just becoming organized, we're staying organized, because we know that we have to do something on a daily basis that is sustainable for the rest of our life in order to achieve the goal and keep the goal. So this is the highest level because we intentionally decide what we want and need to do every day to reach our goal, and then to do it to maintain the goal. It's the most practical level too, the level where we are not just wishing and dreaming to have it, to be it, and to become it. It's actually doing it. And always when we get out of our head, out of our mental analysis, paralysis, spinning, whatever, and start doing, we're actually making progress. Here is where we do something every single day to become a certain way, to then be a certain way in order to have what we want. And by doing a few minutes a day, we move towards our goal automatically, right? With baby steps maybe, and we might feel it goes too slow, but nevertheless, we can see and acknowledge that we are moving forward. Now, we are not stuck anymore. I said many times, a few minutes a day, every single day, will move you faster to an organized and supportive environment. This level 4 is the magic solution, is the magic wand, is the magic pill that so many of us are looking for, that maybe you are looking for. A few minutes a day is way more effective than doing a fire drill every few months that leaves you exhausted and doesn't last because the chaos quickly creeps back in and keeps you struggling. Doing goals lets us also win every day because we experience a sense of organization and a sense of peace every day. Why? When we did the few minutes, we win. We can celebrate. We can be proud of ourselves. Doing goals gets the momentum going, and they help us train our organizing muscles. They help us build supportive habits over time that keep our environment and our finances organized effortlessly and easily. Doing goals let us be in control. They're very practical. We either do it or we're not. It's not wishing, it's not dreaming. No good luck needed, no broken magic wands to fix, just doing the thing every single day. We can measure the progress with doing goals. We either did it or not. It's a yes or no, very black and white, right? And as long as we did a few minutes, we know we are moving forwards to our goals, and we can be proud of ourselves. We have a win every single day, not just in some distant future. This is why I say, my friend, a few minutes a day keeps the chaos away. So now, of course, everything starts with a thought, a dream, or a wish. We see someone having something or being a certain way, and we wish and dream that we have it too, or that we could be it too. And that is great. We can use this as inspiration. Level 1 and level 2, use it as inspiration. But then we move up the ladder, all the way up to level 4, where we figure out, what can I do every single day to eventually have what I want? And when you're standing solid on top of these 4 levels, you can see with doing a few minutes a day, you automatically become the person who can be organized. And soon you are the person who is organized. And in no time, you have the organized office, files, and finances. So let's summarize. Level 1 is the having goals. It's the lowest. I want to have an organized home or office. I want to have it just handed to me without me doing anything. Level 2 is being goals. Here I understand I start with me, but now I want to be without having to do anything for it. Level 3 is the becoming goal. Now I understand there's a journey and a process involved, that I have to do something if I want to become organized. And level 4, that's really where we want to be. It's the doing goal. Here we identify the how, the one thing we do every single day, and then we are doing that thing a few minutes a day until the chaos is away, right? And if you struggle with chaos in your home and office, files and finances, and you realize you're stuck in one of these lower levels, most likely level 1 or 2. Some people are also stuck in level 3. You can contact me because I can help. That's my superpower. I can help you identify where you are. I can help identify together with you what is the best thing for you to do for a few minutes a day, so you can keep your chaos away and get organized and in control of your finances, step by step. And in the long term, for the long haul, not trying to scramble and get everything organized and then it all creeps back in. It's really defeating. It's very demoralizing, right? So if you are ready, or if you are interested to hear how that would look like if we worked together, you could sign up for a complimentary Chaos to Peace session. No pressure. It's a chit chat. We talk about your situation. I tell you how my process would be to help you, to guide you, to be your accountability buddy, to be your sounding board, to be your person on your side, in your corner, helping you. You find the link in the show notes if you're interested in a session like this. Okay, my friend, that's it for this week. And I just remember, and if you're not ready for such a Chaos to Peace session, but you are interested in setting intentions in a more structured way with the Taurus new moon energy, you can download my new moon in Taurus intention setting guide. Oh my God, it's a mouthful. So I have an intention setting guide that you can download that walks you through that intentions is not just wishing, and how to set intentions, and then how to go through the month and check in with you and make sure you're keeping these intentions top of your mind. So if you are interested in that, there's also a link in the show notes to go and get your own intention setting guide. Whether you're using the new moon or not, doesn't matter, right? We're not sticklers in that way. Okay. That's it for this week. Thank you so much for listening all the way to the end.